Kashan. So it's 5 p.m. and we passing these beautiful mountains and the desert. We are in Kashan and we stay here with family. This is Father Ali, Mother Cobra, the oldest son in St. Petersburg. He is a student, so he's not here, and he invited us to stay with his family. This is our first evening in Kashan, 10 p.m. and now we will have dinner. This is rice with some berries. What's name? Daryâče. In Farsi?
Kebab مرغ. Kalem benafsh. Salat shirazi.
And this is Coca-Cola. This is Mother Cobra. They don't speak English.
Tahdid.
Tahdid. Is it salty or sweet? Мы пробовали. We tried this before. Yes, good. So we almost don't speak English, but we understand each other perfectly. So now we will start traditional Iranian dinner with Iranian family. This morning we go from Kashan to the lake nearby. It's a salty lake.
Hello!
We hitchhiked with Mercedes truck. So we have to hitchhike 25 kilometers from our place in Kashan, and after we will see how to get there, because we have to pass through the sneaky way, the official entrance.
She's in the pipe!
Afternoon, and we walking in the desert 25 kilometers away from Kashan, northeast. Actually, you have to be with a tour group and pay for the entrance to this desert and the salty lake, but of course we don't plan to do it with tour group. That's why when we were near the official entrance 1 kilometer before, we turned to the other road, to the right, and continue to walk by ourselves just towards this hill. So we will walk and see if we will be some transport. We will hitchhike because the distance to the lake is around 30 kilometers. It's impossible to walk all the way. And we arrived with the family near some hotel, and from there we walk to the lake 2.2 kilometers one way. We walk here alone, but we see some cars were passing here as well. So we have less than 1 kilometer to the lake from this point, and let's see what will be on the shore, because right now it looks like this, just sand with some salt in between. Right now I'm standing on the bottom of lake Daryâče-ye Namak. So once we were getting closer, we saw there is no water, so lake is gone. Only this brown color surface with some white salt on it, but it's not what I expected to see here. So if we would really pay for a tour to come here, I would be very much disappointed, because we saw almost nothing unique, nothing special. It's interesting maybe for the people which never been in the desert, but we go in deserts many times. So, but it was an adventure at least. So now it's 2:30 and we will go back to Kashan. I hope we will find some ride back, because from here is like 35 kilometers to the city. And in the night in the desert is cold. So we finished our walk in the desert at 3 p.m. Once we reached the road, first car was passing. It's a family for people inside. But they took us, squeezed. Even we said like, no, you don't have space for us, but we said, no, come on, go with us. We don't know where we go, but there's only one way here. Because now not much traffic and mostly it's a commercial tours. Our second day in Kashan. In the morning it was rainy, so we went to walk around the city in the afternoon. Now we are walking around historical center, and the most interesting things here are historical houses of different people from the past. And also architecture is nice. It reminds me some other places which I saw in other Muslim countries, but I don't remember where exactly it was similar. And I think we saw Russian tourists in one of these houses. This is Agye Buzorg Mosque in the historical center. It looks quite empty. This is one of the historical houses, Kashan House, but in my opinion it looks a little bit like mosque. So the streets in the historical center look like this. Kashan is located on the altitude almost 1000 meters. So in the end of December here is not so warm. While walking around historical center, we noticed many underground ways, like tunnels, and this is one of them, and it's quite deep. Most of these houses have inhabitants. This is the list of most popular historical houses. As our couchsurfing host said, you can visit this one, Tabātabāei historical house. Entrance costs around $3, and it will be enough to have the image about what is inside of these historical houses. This is Tabātabāei historical house. As my couchsurfing host Seper said, you can visit just this one, and it's enough to have imagination about main historical houses of Kashan. This is 5-door room, and as I read, this house was built in 1834, if I remember correctly. The yard of the big section for family. This is the mirror hall. This house doesn't have any furniture, so the main thing is design. Like I said, in Kashan, many houses and streets have underground floors, corridors and tunnels. This place called the cellar of the family section yard. Another underground tunnel, and it's called Wind Tower. So we spent here maybe half an hour, and it's enough to see. It's not a big place, but nice design, nice architecture. So we just visited the place called Tabatabai Historical House. It was built in 1834, and the ticket cost $500,000 of local reals, but actually we visited it for free because we didn't have planned to go inside, but we came there just to check the price, and after the worker started to talk to us, and he said, okay, you can go for free. So we visited the main sightseeing for free. We were invited to visit. Now we came to some kind of fortress and we went from the back side. We have had to climb a little bit, but we saw the way to enter here. So it looks like it was built of some mix of mud, dirt and so on. So that's probably the last sightseeing for us in Kashan. So the territory of the fortress is a kind of field of local people. I don't know exactly what they plant here, but I guess some vegetables and stuff like that. And you can see the material of what made this fortress. It's a hay mixed with ground, sand, clay and so on. And you have to be careful while walking here because it can ruin. Now we are crossing this field and we can see they plant here some parsley and dill, and the ground is very muddy now because it was rainy all day and all morning. Fortress of Kashan made of hay and mud. So this is the normal entrance into the fortress. Even car can drive into it, but we of course visited it with adventures. And after crossing the field, my shoes covered with mud.